So now look at this. This is the before and after. Look what we've done to this photo. It's quite incredible, but it's not over yet. We have one last local tool to look at, and that's the brush. The brush for me is the most powerful, the most versatile, the most easy to use, the most powerful. I said it twice, I know. And same idea, you got all the sliders of Lightroom and you can just brush them away. Now there's one very important factor in the brush, and that's flow intensity. If you put flow intensity all the way, for example, at 100, and then you add a bit of exposure, even if it's a low value, like 0.5, which is usually the lowest that I go to, and let's say I'm going to make a small circle, I'm like, oh, I want to dodge even more, I want to make some of these buildings a little bit brighter. The problem, if you've got flow intensity that's like around 100, it's going to be quite visible. Let me add just a little bit of power. It's going to be very visible when you paint, okay? Let me erase that. So now I'm going to go, and what I usually use is around 70-ish, 80, and then I can just brush here. And now it's a lot more subtle. You know, I want to make this a bit brighter. I'm just, you know, you're doing shapes with brush that you can't really do with, you know, with circles. So that's why this tool is really cool. It's a little too much, so I'm going to go under 0.31, and all I did was to brush some exposure. I like to brush some texture and clarity at the same time of exposure, just to, you know, make it pop even more. And but you can also I can brush here. And so when you're happy with a brush stroke, what I advise you to do is just create a new brush. And then, for example, let's say I want to make one for the clouds. On the clouds, I'm just going to even go lower on the flow intensity, like in the 60s. So it's going to be a very light brush. But sometimes I like to do that just to bring back a little more contrast in the clouds. So I'm looking for spots which are already bright, and I'm just making them slightly brighter. It's kind of subtle at first, but when you see the before and after, you're like, oh, it's not that subtle. Okay, and maybe it's a little strong, so maybe under, you know, stable data, try to be under 0.5 and try to be very low here. And now check it out. Check it out before the brush stroke. So before both brush strokes, after. Just look at the clouds. Okay, after, before. After, before. I mean, after. You get the idea. So brush, and you will see me use them over and over and over again. The key point is, it's just like a toy. When you get a toy in life, you want to play with it, you want to have fun. Try to just, you know, don't go too strong on your dodge and burn. Don't go too crazy on your brush. I know it's fun, but if it's too visible, it's going to be, it's going to ruin your photo. So again, before, after. That's really the power of Lightroom.